guys, welcome to today's video. We're about to get passed by some racers. That guy has 3 wheels. Almost as cool as a Supra. Speaking of Supras, if you guys remember, I traded cars. I traded my new Supra for Jordan from RKTunes 911 Turbo, which I've had a blast with driving, because he wanted to work some stuff out with the Supra. We did that pure turbo, made like 550 wheel, but knew the turbo would flow out to 650 wheel. But because of ECU limitations, no one could really figure out how to get past 23 pounds with any turbo on the new platform. Jordan cracked the code, figured it out, and had my car for some testing. And now we're going to swap back for what I think is going to be the world record, highest horsepower new Supra on the internet or anywhere right now. So we're on our way. Go meet him up halfway between Connecticut and Long Island and swap cars back. Somehow we came from completely different sides of the states and met at the exact same time on the off-ramp.
I know, it's pretty good.
How crazy is that?
I'm like, oh shit, there's my car.
All right, so we got the Supra back. Before we talk about what happened, have you been enjoying driving it around?
It's pretty good, does good burnouts, does decent drifts.
Oh yeah, should I be checking my tires or?
Don't check the tires.
All right, I want to check the tires. So you've had the car for a while, and I know that you got it to make some pretty crazy power. You filmed some stuff, right?
Yeah, so I took a bunch of random footage for you.
Okay.
The car makes good power, dynoed a bunch, drove it a bunch. It got better and better progressively.
So I'm gonna go ahead and see whatever kind of footage he filmed. I don't know if we're talking iPhone footage, you filmed on a potato?
No, I filmed it on a camera.
Oh, okay. All right, so maybe this will be a decent video, who knows?
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, here is Jordan's footage from RKTunes that he so kindly filmed for you guys, so make sure you appreciate it and send him some love. Here you go.
Plugs are done, super easy on this car. Takes like less than an hour in, out, torquing the spark plugs. It's really, really easy other than the fact that these little connectors right here, once you pop that up, it looks like you just push it and it slides off. It's really hard. If you pop in here and release, look, there's a little tab in there that I'm just popping up against. I'm using a swiveling torque wrench so we don't apply any side load to the plug. Something like this. A little swivel on it. On most of BMW's spark plug hole is not like dead center in the hole. It's actually at an angle. Then if you use a spark plug socket that's straight and a extension that's straight, you'll actually side load the plug, crack the ceramic. Also, we're not regapping his OEM plugs. We're actually going ahead with a NGK 97506. It's like my same exact 8 heat range. If you want to just grab new OEM plugs, gap those instead, you definitely can, but I have these in stock, same heat range, same tip length, pretty much interchangeable Iridium plugs. So I gap those 0.022 using a feeler gauge, torque them, back in, we'll do some more pulls, see what it does. So it's pretty interesting, right after throwing the plug, like so right off the bat, this car left here making 550 something wheel horsepower. Right off the bat, just bringing the car and dynoing it, we were down 50, 60 wheel. Like, next pull up 20, next pull. So consistency was a little strange versus last time we dynoed it, it was only going up. Right off the bat, throwing the fresh spark plugs in, we're right back to where we started power-wise. Car makes 545, 550 again, back to back. So I just uploaded the new tune with a little bit of logic changes to the maximum allowed load targeting, so we can turn it up. Let's change a few other things. So take a few tweaks to get up to higher boost than I was previously running. Fewer revisions, nothing too crazy. The other little tweaks I did was more like undoing things I did last time to try to sneak in a little bit more boost. But the problem is I'll end up getting into more throttle closure if I leave it the other way, which you could sort of feel every once in a while if the load overshot the threshold. You'd get a hair of throttle closure. So the new changes will it will fix all of that, and we'll be able to run more boost without trying to sneak it in. So we're gonna make a few hits like this, see how much higher we can get. I want 600 plus. We wanted that last time. There was not enough time. It's early in the day, there's sunlight out. I'm gonna try to make it happen, we'll see.
Boopity boopity boop magic. I got you.
All right, so made a bunch of hits, turned the boost up a little bit. We went from like 21, 22, even though we said 23, really 21, 22 pounds before, to 25 pounds boost right now. The boost is flat. Before we were making about, walking back, before we were making a max like 552 horsepower, I think the torque was in the 500 range, 500 wheel torque. So it's actually making a hair less boost and ramping up to that 21, 22, 23 pound, let's say up top number. Right now I have the boost holding really flat, so it's actually gained a ton of torque. Whether or not Adam wants that, I'm not really sure. It's up to him. I can always, very easy for me to add the ramp back in there and keep the maximum boost the same and the higher RPMs where the power is at its peak. So we'll see what he wants to do for that. But for me turning it up in the meantime, I don't know what the current issue is. I'm not sure if we're out of octane or if we have some sort of flow restriction somewhere. Because I'm at 25-ish pounds of boost. I have to do the exact HPA to PSI conversion to know where we are exactly. But boost is up, timing looks good, but the power has not really increased. I mean, I gained about 20 foot-pound torque at 550 torque. I made 580 wheel torque, so torque is up, but power up top is not. So we're gonna go ahead. I got other methanol jets. We're gonna go ahead and throw the biggest jet that we have. We're still running the single nozzle for the methanol in there with pump gas. If that does not help, the next step will be, I'm gonna pull out the air filter. I saw someone online state something about removing the air filter, making more power. So we'll try this first, make a hit or two, see what it does, go from there. Thank you. So octane helped. By throwing a bigger meth jet, it actually made a pretty big difference. These are not the best runs, these numbers, the 530. The previous one was like 550, but it went from hitting the best like a 550 something to actually getting 585 wheel horsepower and 620 wheel torque. So probably gonna turn on the torque a little bit just to get the graph looking a little bit nicer. Keep traction working pretty good. Rather than right now with all this torque, traction's probably gonna be a little bit of a struggle. So next shot is I'm gonna pop the air filter out anyway, give it a go, and see what difference it makes. Ripping off the air filter actually did nothing. It lost like 10 wheel maybe from pull to pull. It could just be because now it's sucking in like way hotter air in the engine bay versus the OEM intake is dumped in. So maybe we'll retest one day with a drop-in filter instead of just an open air box in the hot engine bay. So super easy. Pop the old one out. If you're ever gonna change an air filter, literally just a few clips. I made some tune tweaks right now. See if we can find some more power while still on pump gas. So run it again. See what we can get. I'm really trying for the 600 plus on pumping that. It'd be really nice, so keep trying. Hit after hit after hit. It's getting a little better, but nothing too crazy. Still working on it. ECU wise, we're good. Anyone's ready to get something crazier than this, I'm ready to turn up to whatever. Power wise, on this car with this turbo setup, for pumping meth, I don't know how much higher it's gonna get. I'm gonna keep working at it. Right now, we're gonna let it cool. The intake air temp's like 125 degrees Fahrenheit, which is a little bit hotter than I want. The room's like 88 degrees. So we're gonna give it 10-20 minutes to cool off, make some more hits with no changes. I'm pretty happy with how the ECU side of this is going. And then from there, we'll see what's next. Hit after hit, dyno pull after dyno pull. Still not there, but I figured out what it is. So ECU's working great. I gotta make a few little tweaks to the base wastegate duty cycle on the, not really wastegate duty cycle at all. but we'll call it that. I make some tweaks to that because the ECU is adding as much wastegate to the cycle as it can, and still not hitting boost targets. Even though I went up a little bit here and there, it should be making way more boost. I was with Adam a few minutes ago. I was like, the car is good, it's doing X, Y, and Z. Went up on the ECU target. The boost target should have got up higher than I expected. I now see why. I made a few tweaks. It's flashing. We'll make a few more hits. I mean, it'd be nice if we can get this 600. To be honest, if this just works how it should, it's gonna be more than 600, but I'm hyped. Not there yet. Getting there. Not there yet. 584. Gave up yesterday. Decided to go home, sit down, stare at the computer a little bit longer. Figure out how to properly do the wastegate change I needed. So it's all done. I just flashed the car. We let it warm up. Make some more hits, see what we can do. Alright, so 3 hits, back to back, all 600 plus. We'll grab you right now. Three hits, 630, 625, 623 wheel horsepower, 570 torque, 589 torque, 577 torque. Consistent as can be. Nice power curve, no drop off. Only drop off at the end is like 6,800 RPMs. The car limits power. No matter how high I set the rev limiter, it's always 68 and change, drops power. Not sure if that's transmission related. It doesn't drop power, it drops boost request. So I'm gonna leave the rev limiter stock for now. This is pump gas and meth. So 600 plus horsepower, pump gas and meth. I don't think I'll put any race gas in that. I think that's gonna be it for this car for right now. We'll do a few more dyno pulls, let it cool off, see if we can do anything else with it, but I'm pretty hyped, pretty happy. Sort of just works. Whatever. We're gonna keep going. You're gonna put the fuel in? So, I don't know, it just works. And I think the record right now is, this is not my goals in this car at all. I thought this record would be correct before. The record's like 650 horsepower, the tires, so we're there on pump and meth almost. I can make more. We're not out of octane right now with the meth jet that I have pump and meth, but just for safety reasons, we're gonna throw a little race gas in it, make a few hits, turn it up a little more. Why not? We have the speed shop you were showing the last one right around the block. We grabbed some MS 109. Joe's gonna throw a fuel in the car. Why not? Alright, so I had to do a few more hits than I was trying to because memory card ran out. But car freaking jams. 672 wheel horsepower, 668 wheel horsepower. That's 5 hits back to 4 hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits back to back. We finally lost a little bit of power from heat soak on the 5th hit at 647 horsepower. But 672, 668. And that's also this lower line right here is your pump and meth versus race gas. and Meth at the exact same boost level. So pretty interesting. Pure thought this turbo would make about 650 wheel horsepower and be out. Turbo's not out yet. It can probably keep going. So call Adam, see what the deal is, see what his goals are. So keep making more and more. More and more than expected. So pretty dope. Thing just jams. Highest horsepower for highest horsepower A90 right now.
You ready? I'm gonna pull over. Start the data logger. Feels good?
Hell yeah.
It feels pretty fast.
Nah, it feels great.
No, it feels pretty good.
Feels good.
It rolls out. Feels like it has a little throttle closure though.
Yeah? I'm recording.
No, you can still, yeah, you can still. I wait for the guy for across the street with his dog. I'll make a U-turn. Yeah, this factory turbo is pretty good.
Sounds good.
Stop recording.
All right, so back to present day, 670 wheel. I'm 99% sure that's a record, dude.
According to everything I can find, that's the highest horsepower A90 Supra in the world right now.
You did it.
Yeah, so we're there. It made 672 wheel horsepower. I mean, back to back, 670 something, 680 something. It's up there for consistency. The only thing is that since then there's a lot more tweaks I have to do. Making the hit one time of dyno versus the car shifting without major throttle closure, all of that has been quite a bit of work. I spent a few hours just driving around the car, making a bunch of little tweaks. We made a huge amount of progress in that. The car's really good. It's not perfect, but I'm gonna be continue tweaking on the other car that have the same exact mods to pretty much perfect all that. I'll be able to email you the tune.
So,
You'll just like upload it and we should be good to go from there.
Anyway, I leave tomorrow like super early, or no, sorry, the following day super early. So we wanted to get the car back, just that way we could kind of close out this video before someone breaks the record again.
I know. I was like, man, do you want to just? I'll send you.
Because you did this like 3 days ago or 4 days ago.
This is like on 4 days ago, and I've been gone for 3 days. So I was like, damn, do you post this? Do you not? What do you want to do? You want to get someone gonna beat it? I'm like, with the way this car's going, everyone keeps beating it.
I wanted to flex it on Facebook.
I know. I want to flex on Facebook.
Well, we can now.
Now we can. So, yeah.
All right. So anyway, mind you too, like, I feel like if someone that has the same ability to crack the ECU crap that you cracked, if they had a bigger turbo, they'd be able to beat it easily. We are maxing out the turbo that's on this. It's just a stock upgraded turbo. So that's pretty crazy to make 670 wheel on a turbo that takes like an hour to install.
Yeah.
That's absurd.
Pretty insane.
Mind you, maybe we should be saying 626 since 670 is on race gas, and most people won't be running race gas as a daily map.
That 620, 630 wheel is still really good.
So we've got right now the record for highest horsepower. I'm sure you're gonna help out some of the other tuners that are running into issues, and then pretty soon other people will pass out this car. But at least we got to say it for you know, a couple days maybe.
And it wasn't something I was expecting. When this car came out,
that wasn't our goal.
No, that was not our goal.
Yeah.
You hit me up for a downpipe. So sort of kind of I'm happy you went this far, but a while ago I was like, there's no shot I'm gonna be breaking records with this. There's big shots doing big things in this thing. And although I do crazy ECU side stuff, I didn't think someone was gonna say, oh, go crazy on the car. But I mean, it's there, it's made it, and I'm happy that I'm in the race.
Yeah, for sure. So I guess all the stock BMW tuning paid off, and once you can figure out that drivability stuff, I got some Mickey Thompsons, and if we have the highest horsepower Supra, people aren't gonna believe it. They're gonna say your dyno reading's off. They're gonna come up with a million excuses. So we're gonna need to make a quarter mile time because that's something you can't BS.
Yeah.
So
I'm with it.
Hopefully we can get it figured out. I'll be back from Dallas, Texas from FD in about a week. So if we can get it sorted by then enough to make a pass, like probably low 10s. I think right now the record's 10.6, and that's a car that makes like 550 wheel.
Yeah.
So imagine an extra 100.
Yeah, the car, I mean, it's when it's moving, it's out. Like, it hits third, it hits fourth, it just really gets faster and faster.
Sick.
Feels pretty great.
So I'm sad to give this thing away. I've had a lot of fun, and I've actually questioned my ownership of my GT3.
it's great. It's this is like the best. This is the best all-around car.
So I went back to driving my GT3 and I missed the pops. I missed the torque surge.
The torque is unreal. That's the thing.
The responsiveness though just isn't there for me. Like when you shift, there's a little delay. Like everything feels a little bit more numb than the GT3. I think the perfect car, obviously, would be the GT2.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
This plus is that.
It's the godchild of the two.
Yeah.
If the GT2 was like all-wheel drive, that would be tight.
I heard it hooks pretty good though.
I'm sure it does.
I heard a buddy of mine have one. He says that it is. I'm like, there's no way it hooks great. He's like, it hooks. I mean, it's designed to do what it's supposed to do.
I'm sure.
It's great.
I'm sure Porsche too. Like the way that the torque comes on that, I guarantee you it doesn't come on as hard as this because they probably have it kind of dialed back just for kind of like traction. Yep, but it probably still has the transient response of a torque setup like this, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, of course you know what I mean. You know 10 times more than me when it comes to tuning this crap. So, anyway, again, dude, massive, massive thank you for all the help.
My pleasure.
Meeting me halfway, getting this thing ripping, letting me drive your car, letting everybody launch your car. This dude was telling how many...
So this dude, I don't even know like half the people that met up with me that night. Like there's a Tommy F.
Rudnick came. He's a character.
Whatever that dude, the guy Rice from Yada. I was like, I don't know who these people are, and I'm like, you need to launch whatever you do. Launch the car. He's like, I'm not launching your car. He leaves. I text him the steps to do to launch the car, like traction off this. He's like, I'm not launching. I'm like, you have to. And then I see the videos. He's launching the shit. It's the best thing ever.
It's
like,
crazy.
This guy inside, my buddy over here, he told me, go get this car. You have to do it. And I was like, nah, man, I don't know. I got the car finally. I'm like, it's just great all around. Launch it back to back.
That's sick.
Things that come through that I haven't had time to do much other than drive and enjoy it and let other people drive it.
It's fun.
Pretty good, though.
Dude, you gotta fix the window switch though.
Oh my god.
I don't think I ever put this on the video.
Look.
Hold on.
It's like the most hoopty $100,000 car
yeah,
you get.
you're like,
window switch
hold on.
comes out.
You hop in the super nice car that your friend lent you, and then you go to roll down the window, and you're like, crap, I broke it.
Yeah, pretty much. That's like it's like there's disclaimers that I forgot to give you. Hey, be careful when.
Well, it's because you gave the car to Tommy and he told me nothing. Yeah.
No, he actually called me and said, dude, the window switch. I was like, yeah, don't worry about that. Just pop it back in. Be gentle. The guy sold me a car told me the same thing, and it's like one of those things you got to do. But
and then it's got that warning where it says warning, spoiler loss. It's like
a hoopty for $100. I don't know.
Did the spoiler fly off?
No. So the front lip fills with air on this car, and I had it checked out by the body shop, and they said everything's good, but one of the air lines is slowly leaking, so I have to like smoke test like you do a turbo car, see what O-ring wear is leaking. Like the pump still works. See what O-ring wear is leaking, change the O-ring, and it'd be good. But it's like I just drive in Sport, not Sport Plus. I don't flex with the wing up.
Yeah.
Like, every video I've seen you post has the wing up. So like, this dude just driving with this air on the dash.
Yeah. All right. So on that note, again, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you check out Jordan's stuff, RKTunes, links in the description, and I'll keep you posted on the Supra once we get it ripping on the road.
Peace.